What's up, Otakus? How you doing? Hope everybody's having a good Sunday evening. My camera is not focusing. There we go. Yeah, we're doing another grade along. Got a stack of books here, and we're just gonna talk comics, talk pop culture, talk sports. Speaking of which, the final March Madness is in full effect, and I'm doing pretty well. I think I'm second in my league, my work league right now. Uh, I was kind of second throughout. Then there's a bunch of people tied for second, a bunch of people tied for first. Now it's literally one guy above me, and I'm the only one in second place, and then just a bunch of people without, who falter in the points. I don't think I'm going to win. I'll tell you why. I have Gonzaga winning it all. It was a fluke pick too. I just let's just do something that's we know is statistically unviable, and at the same time, I think Gonzaga over the last couple of years have built one of the strongest programs in the country, consistently a top program. They just don't have the elite talent to really. I mean, I think any team in this field, we're in the Sweet 16 now. I think anybody in the Sweet 16 field potentially has the team, the squad to win it all. But having said that, not every team, there are other teams that kind of have the talent rises, the cream rises to the top. Others just kind of have that middle field. Another pick I have, I picked Creighton. I like Creighton. They have a senior center there who's just freaking. He dictates the pace of the game, and when you have a player like that, it's hard to beat. Yeah, I mean, so far, I think I had Wisconsin in the Elite Eight. They're out, but it doesn't hurt me that much. I had Kentucky not going far, so that worked out for me. I had, who's the other upset? Like Auburn. There's some other team, but yeah, I'm in pretty good shape fantasy-wise. I'm in the 95.7 percentile. And I still have potential max points of 1740 or something like that. So, yeah, the guy actually above me, he had, I think, Kentucky. He had Houston winning it all, and he had Kentucky in the Final Four. And so I don't know how he's ahead of me, but at some point, like his max points are way below me. So he just had a good, first two rounds. Now that we're in the later rounds, we'll just see how well his picks hold up. But I already know he's got a big gaping hole there with Kentucky. I also have a gaping hole there on a couple of picks, like Wisconsin. I don't think too many picked Yale, and anyway, but I like my chances. again, I mean, I like my chances in the next couple rounds, but in terms of the winner, I don't think, yeah, if you pick North Carolina and they win, like that, the only way I'm going to win my league, this league, is if Gonzaga wins. And again, I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see. You know, crazier things have happened. Um, our fantasy baseball league, we have a comic book community fantasy baseball league, and we're drafting this Wednesday. So if you still want to play fantasy baseball, we have a couple spots left. I would encourage you to send either a message to me or to Brian LCS. We do need 2 teams. We just don't need 1. We need 2. So if you have like and again, I think we're all in agreement at the start of the season. We're going to send Brian a book, a comic book, and he's going to keep all like 10, 8 or 10 books, whatever, how many teams we have, in escrow until the end of the season, and then the winner takes all. So the winner of the league will get a stack of 10 books. And I hope, like, obviously everybody's going to send in something that they're not terribly fond of, but at the same time, I hope it's not like garbage. You might hope people put some thought into the comic book, that it's something worth like owning and taking home. So I'm going to put some thought into what I'm going to send. I'll send in a key book. Don't mind doing that. But that'll just make it extra fun and competitive. So again, it's not like a time constraint. I'm sure, as long as we send the book to Brian at some point, we'll hold them and send them to the appropriate person at the end of the season. So I think Shohei Ohtani's addressing the media tomorrow, and it's a tough situation for him because it's affecting the team morale. It's affecting his mental condition. I'm sure his thoughts are just. I'm sure he wants to put this behind him so he can focus on baseball. But it's the rumors are. I mean, you see social media and everybody's accusing him of gambling when there's really no evidence there of that. If anything, the only thing. I mean, sure, he could have. I think there's a very real possibility that he was gambling. He bet on soccer. There's a real possibility of that. But unless he admits that, that truth is never getting out. So people can spin the narrative all they want. If that's something he or the Dodgers don't want that truth to get out, that will never get out. And Ippei Mizuhara, his interpreter, who's accused of this, he's basically admitted to stealing and being in debt and being the proprietor of the gambling. So yeah, people just want to make this, they want to throw some dirt on the superstar. They want to create some controversy that isn't there. And this is American media, because you'll tune in. As long as people keep tuning in, they'll continue to weave this this BS sort of narrative. Now, I don't want to say BS. I don't think it's worth all that much time, because, again, they're never going to be able to prove he gambled. Okay, unless the federal investigation specifically turns up some kind of data that he was in front of a camera sending the money, wiring it to this guy. Unless there's like video footage of that, all they have is like a bank statement. And Ippei's come forward and said that was me, so it should be case closed, right? But of course, public opinion never follows fact, or reality sometimes. But I just hope this is not going to affect Shohei's mental state. And again, I think the best thing to sweep this whole thing under the rug is to just come out guns blazing, the Dodgers go on a win streak, and just play out of this funk. But we'll see how his teammates respond and how he responds on the field. So it's making the baseball season very, very interesting right at the start. And yeah, I mean, I think this summer everybody's just going to be focused on this development, which is good. I think it's good to for baseball at least. Baseball's going to get a lot of eyes on watching the games, talking about what happened, and it's going to just continue. The chatter's going to continue all season. And I'm talking about it, and I'm just like a YouTuber doing a comic book show, and I'm talking about it. So it's pretty pervasive. But yeah, hopefully the Dodgers. I'm rooting for the Dodgers this year. I hope the team kind of rallies around Shohei and just plays their best and really just come out really blazing hot. I know they split in Seoul with San Diego. That's not blazing hot, but that kind of had an exhibition feel. Like it kind of felt like you were expecting both teams to come out at least looking good. And yeah, who scores like what game's outcome comes close to 15-13? Just felt a little staged. But yeah, come opening day for everybody, we'll see the Dodgers medal, because everybody's gonna be gunning for the Dodgers. So, you're gonna get the Dodgers are gonna get everybody's A game. You know what I mean? I guess like the season's long, and you roll into a city, and you roll into like a ballpark, and you might just be going through the motions that day. Just maybe your head's 70% of the game, 20% of what you're going to do afterwards, and you're just kind of going through the motions and playing. It's a long season, right? Not everybody's fully focused on the now, but when the Dodgers come to town, or when you're playing the Dodgers, you're going there, you're going to be hyper focused, because that's like international media, right? You're getting like broadcast across the globe. So as a player, you kind of want to have your A game, and you want to beat those guys. You want to beat the Dodgers. So the Dodgers by no means have an easy path to victory. They have to come out A game every single day, and that's what the big teams like the Yankees and the Dodgers, they have to contend with. They just have to contend with everybody's sort of A game effort, because you're a big market, a lot of eyes on you. But so much so for the Dodgers this season. I think there's a lot of probably players out there who will never even hear the word, 100 million, let alone 700 million. So, kind of a big deal for baseball contracts in general. All right, let's get into some grading. What do you say? All right, so I got 10 books. We're just kind of grading out our John Byrne Fantastic Four run. Just grading them out. And we got some low grade to high grade in here. We got a good mix of grades. So we'll just kind of go through it, see what we got. All right. Let me adjust the camera angle here and get started. Ugh. There we go. All righty, here we go. We're starting with Fantastic Four 278. I may have paid. Oh, I don't think I paid $5 for this one. I generally don't pay. I generally don't pay above $3. Well, generally $3 is sort of the range I pick most of these up, 3 or less. This is just probably a sticker from another bag, or sorry, another comic that I took out. Let's just take it out here. This is actually really nice condition here. Yeah, it's looking real good. We got like a spine tick there. Show it in the light here. Right there, you see it? Right by She-Hulk, right there. Right there. That's the spine tick. Doesn't really break color. So there, well, yeah, it breaks a little color right there. I think another one breaks color. Maybe near her hairline. But for the most part, like, it looks really nice. Wish I could get a better angle for you to look at. Yeah. Doesn't need a press really, so it's in pretty good shape. Take a look at the back here. Yeah, this is a high grade newsstand copy, which is pretty nice. See the back here. Spine's really clean. There we go. What is my... I'm just going to let it slowly come into focus. Boom. Camera is just wonky. All right, there's a couple lines there, maybe a little stress line. Still think, this is high grade. It's higher mid book. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in the 9 category. 9.0. Yeah, 9.0. I mean, it could be higher. This is one of those books that really doesn't need a press. It's fabulous as is. So there's just that little, little spine tick, and then on the back, the stress lines that can't really see. So overall, very nice looking book. All right, so we'll say 9.2. We'll go 9.2 on this one. I think it's probably much higher. Could be like a 9.6. There's just not much wrong with it. All right. Staying with newsstand here. This one it's a little bit more some more issues than the last one. Got a lot of the stress lines in this one. You see them there. Right there, you see some lines. Nothing color breaking though. So with the press, that should all press out. And the spine looks decent. Nothing color breaking on the spine, but there's a little bit of a spine roll. So there are spine stress lines as well. Try to get the light, see. Kind of see them there. So overall, I think a press would really help this one. So as is, I'm going to say it's an 8. It's an 8 with a press. Oh, we got some. Yeah, it doesn't break color, luckily. We got some stress lines there, though. Look at that. Somebody was really enjoying this book, I guess, but doesn't break color. So the press should get resolved. Yeah, I mean, I think with a press, we could get it to a 9. Or no, maybe an 8.5 with a press. As is, I'll say it's a 7.5. A lot of little stress lines there. Yeah, with a press, it'll definitely be like above an 8. Like an 8.5 with a good press. As is, we'll say 7.5. All right, so not terrible. Does need a press. I should really start marking these as like needs a press. They're just like most of the books I grade, I find would benefit from a press, but doesn't necessarily need a press. Like this is a book that needs a press because it would just really, really benefit the book. But there are other ones where like maybe the time to press it wouldn't. I mean, you know what I mean? There's just maybe like a few minor like areas, but it wouldn't improve the grade all that much. And in those instances, you wouldn't want to necessarily mark it for grade pressing. But this is like one that should be pressed. I generally don't put a little P here just to on the sticker and communicate this one needs a press. Be good to do that for all the books though, but I guess I can make a note here. I'll italicize it. That's a great plan. Italicize the ones that need to be pressed. All right, we'll do that. This is, I love this cover. Just love this cover. It's like, it's the new team in full effect. Like that last one. This one's just, wow, this one's real nice shape too. All right, there's got a little bit of a spine bend here, nothing breaking color, but this was maybe sitting on a big pile of books and it just kind of naturally curled there. So this needs to be pressed out, but I mean, other than that, it looks absolutely phenomenal. Like just really smooth. The surface is really smooth. You can see there. Spine's really clean. Just got that little bend in the book. So there's a little nick here. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. Nothing color breaking. It's just a little nick. It's hard to catch right there. There it is. Right there, you'll see it. See it? Probably there it is in the light. That's a little nick. Corners are sharp. Back looks really nice. I got a little bit of a pull right there. Nothing major. Could be like manufacturing defect as well. Although no, the press that would just press out. Yeah, so this one needs a press as well, but I would put this in the 9.0 category. And yeah, it doesn't need to be pressed. I feel like everything's going to benefit from a press, I think. But would it be worth it, the effort? I don't think this book necessarily would fall into that category. Yeah, I'm going to give it we'll go 9.0 on this one. Just looks real nice. And again, just a awesome cover there. Of that 80s Fantastic Four team, the Byrne Fantastic Four, as I like to say. It's a special era. This one, it's a Byrne cover, but it just doesn't look like a Byrne cover, and I can't put my finger on why. I don't know. It's not one of his better covers, in my opinion. But this is, I think, key issue because it's the return of Jean Grey. We all know she, Byrne actually illustrated her death, her sacrificial death, and he brings her back in this issue here. This one also real nice looking. Maybe one spine tick right there. Other than that, it's real. Another one, little one right there. So 2 color breaking spine stress lines. One right there, very blatant. The second one's going to be harder to pick up. It's right there. So 1, 2. Corners are sharp. Got nice gloss. Yeah, the back looks phenomenal. Really nice. All right, so this one's also, I'm going to say, like a 9.2. Again, could benefit from a press, but doesn't need one per se. I'll leave it off the press list. It's as good as is. Doesn't need to be. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll get to a point where I can press every book in my collection. And at some point, we'll get to this and press it. But for the most part, there are ones that really need it, and then, really need it, meaning it can really benefit the book. And then there's a book like that where the effort's not gonna, the juice isn't worth the squeeze, as they say. This one is one we picked up for 25 cents. It's got a crease here. Its spine is not terrible, but not good either. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, like maybe 10 spine ticks along the spine. Some color break. This top page is a little bit There's some, the edges are kind of ridging over, folding over. There's a dark splotch here. That could, I don't know if that could be, looks like to be just like some ink rub or something. The back, black, got a black cover here, a lot of fading on the black, especially along the spine. Just some wear there, fading. A lot of just color break, stress lines, color break. Crunch in that corner. Big color breaking spine tick there. A couple corner creases, like minute corner creases. Yeah, all in all, this is like, I would say, solid 3.5. There's just there's nothing, I mean, outside of this crease, that's the most major thing. I guess you could call this ink rub pretty major too. But there's just so many little issues, just a lot of little issues. Like I'd say like 20, 25 little issues there. So I'm just going to drop this down to a 4.0. I think a 4.0 is, and this is in need of a press. I think this is a situation where if you get a 4.0, it'll just, a press will make it look better, but it's not going to improve the grade all that much. It'll still be a 4.0, maybe possibly a 5, like a 4 or 5 after a press. But I'm going to put this in the needs a press column because of all the minute little imperfections here. They're just, everything here could potentially get improved and pressed out with a press. As is, it's not looking too great. Beyonder, yeah, nice Beyonder appearance here. Doom versus Beyonder. I think we may get that in Secret Wars. We may not. We'll see. If we get in the movie, this will become a key book. If we don't, it's still just a key book because it's Doom versus Beyonder. All right, so we're going 4.0 on that copy. Another one of my favorite covers in this run, 289. Beautiful cover there. And let's see what we got here. If my memory serves me correct, this is high grade as well. Yeah, it doesn't really need a press. Nothing, no creases or anything. There's just a little bit of a curl, I guess. Spine is really nice. I'll show you the spine on a newsstand. That is a pretty spine right there, man. On a newsstand copy. I wish the light would cooperate with me. Here, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn there we go. That might help a little bit. Dim the lights down. There we go. All right, so pretty clean spine. Yeah, corners are sharp. Back looks incredible as well. Wait. Spoke too soon. Got a little bit of an issue here. Let's see if we can't do some. Got a little bit of a chip, not a chip, but like a rip and some curling here. That's not good. That takes this out of the high grade range. So I think it does need to be pressed. You got the mask. Oh, remember mask? Mask was like Mask was kind of this kind of like G.I. Joe meets like G.I. Joe with like transforming like vehicles. Kind of a weird show. The toys were cool though. I thought the toys were better than the cartoon. The cartoon wasn't all that great, but I remember it. Yeah, I remember the toys. Like kids were collecting the toys. It was kind of like the poor man's GI Joe mask, and GoBots were like the poor man's Transformers. So that's something I got terribly into. Even those po. All right, so let's see here. We've got, geez, got a little corner crease there. We got some little edge issues, like tiny, like they're just curling up there. It does kind of tear a little bit. Not much I can do about that though. I don't want to put glue on that to make it stick, but I'll show you what we're dealing with. Just the edge here is kind of tattered. You can see there's some ripping there. It's a good angle here. The front looks absolutely beautiful, but this back has, I don't know, it just kind of got caught on something maybe. See the little tears there. So that, yeah, I mean, that's going to knock it down to like a 7.5, I'd say. Maybe in a 7.0. A couple micro tears there. I'll go 7.0 on that. Everything else, I mean, the front looks incredible. So the back is the only issue here. Yeah, we'll go 7.0 on this one. Back is just too problematic. There is a little bit of an edge issue here as well. Uh-oh. Got some issue in the front here as well. Bit of a, looks like someone cut the edge on this one. Oh, dude, we've got a little bit of a, like a piece missing here on the front end corner. I'm gonna have to knock it down even more. I got a little bit of a corner chunk missing here. I think I paid like $1 for this. You can see now why. See a little chunk missing there. That's not good. I mean, you can barely see it, but it is missing. Oh, hang on. I don't want to flake off here. I don't think I can prevent that. Let's get a little gluey action here going. Okay. This glue is very sticky now, so like, gotta be careful here. Yeah, it looks like somebody tried to like restore this book and maybe like it looks like it was cut. Like they put it through like a cutting machine or something. Maybe this is just a manufacturing flaw. Who knows? But definitely just gonna adhere that to the oof. Just want to, there we go. I got it. I want that edge to stick. Just like that. I want you to stick right there and not move. All right, let's try it again. Gonna get some more adhesive here. Let's try to get that end piece to stick. There's just a sliver hanging on by a thread, and I don't want that sliver to fall off. It's a part of the book. It's like a very sliver of a puzzle piece to that cover, and I just want it to stay. It's like that Lisa Loeb song. Okay, well, there we go. I think beautiful. Yeah, I think that sliver is going to stay now. Whew. All right, we didn't lose it. Feels good. So yeah, I mean, this has its issues. I'm going to drop it all the way down to a 6.5. Okay, 6.5 I think is fair. Got a little bit of a little chunk of a corner missing. Got a couple little micro tears in the back. And I think, yeah, 6.5 is fair. Everything else looks pretty good. That's a bummer though. This in a newsstand high grade would have been nice, but got some issues here. Can't ignore. All right. All right. Well, yeah, 6.5 I think is fair on that one. This one, I feel like I graded 290. Didn't we do this cover a while back? The Scroll Battle. I feel like we did this one already, but Just go over it again. Off the bat, I'm going to say 8.5. We've got some spine ticks. Just kind of some wear and tear here. I mean, not wear, I should just say, just could benefit from a press, but not by much. Just got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 spine ticks. Nothing really. Yeah, again, benefit from a press. Just a lot of stress lines here. Not much color break though. That's a good sign. So this one is like, yeah, this has to be pressed. This is one that could look really good with it after a press. As is, we'll say 8.0. This one in italics. We want to press this one. All right, 290. Let's take a look at in the interior. I know we haven't been doing that for the most part, but I think for the most part this looks really nice on the interior. Yeah, the interior is just really great shape. So yeah, feel good about an 8.0 grade on this one. Nice. There you go. Some She-Hulk. Yeah. It's unfortunate we still haven't gotten a verdict yet on whether She-Hulk's coming back or not. I think they tested the waters, and I don't know. I haven't heard anything, but I hope it does come back. It's it was entertaining. I didn't think it was that bad from what I've seen. This is just one of my I think the Stanley one, and this is probably my 2 favorite She-Hulk covers from the run where she's featured. This is just a Action 1 homage here. Really great shape on this one. Not seeing much wrong with this. No need to press this one out either. It's just really nice looking book. Let's look at the back. Yeah, back is flawless as well. And this is a 9.8 candidate on a newsstand. I don't see any spine ticks. Really clean spine here. I mean, judge for yourself. Sure, corners are sharp. Doesn't even need to press. I'm going to go with 9.6 on this, and I think the 9.8 potential. Beautiful copy. We're ending on, like, I guess, a really good note. This is like one of my favorite books from this run, and the fact that it's a newsstand in high grade just was a little disappointing to get. This was a little disappointing. This one makes up for it. Really high grade. 291 we have here. That's awesome. Okay. All right, we're not done yet. We got 2 more books. This is the Fantastic Four annual from 1983. Byrne's first work on the annual. We got big color breaking spine stress there. Couple but for the most part looks really good outside of that. So I'm gonna put it at a 9.0 for now. I'll get a little bit of a color, corner indent there, nothing major. So this one would benefit from a press. I've got a little corner crunch there. It's not good. Doesn't break color. So yeah, this one definitely needs a press, but spine looks decent outside of that big stress line, spine stress, which we had on the front, extends all the way to the back. It's right there. Back isn't as bad, but you can see it breaks color right there. Corners are sharp. Yeah, this one definitely needs a press, but I'd put this in the 8.5 range. Where's our annual here? Fantastic Four annual #1. Or not #1, is it? Fantastic Four annual 17. And we're gonna go 8.5 on this one and say it needs a press. Yeah. Other than just like a few minor issues, which again could be resolved with a nice press, this color break spine tick could get resolved. I mean, it's still break color a little bit, but at least it wouldn't look as horrible there. That just looks really bad. But everything else kind of holds up. Yeah, 8.5, 8.085, somewhere around there with the press. We're talking higher grade. Let's take a look inside. Give you a peek at some Byrne annual action here. There we go. Is that Ben Grimm? This is our Ben Grimm. There he is. Nice. John Byrne is just, I'm sorry. He's in a league of his own. Yeah, I mean, there, I don't think the word legend, industry legend, you don't use that term lightly with folks, but yeah, Byrne is a living legend. I really hope he comes to Emerald City Comic Con or an event here in the Northwest. And those over there retired out in jolly old England, but his fans want to see him here. And so yeah, we'll go 8.5 on that one. This one is, I'm not even gonna take it out because it's well, we've got one little spine tick right there. I don't know if you can see it through the bag. Right there. Got a spine tick. Is that a spine tick or just the art? Oh, it's the art. And it looks like a spine tick, but it's just the art. Well, actually, there's a little stress line there, but it's so minuscule it doesn't count. This is a 9/8. I mean, this is a recent comic. They just came out of the box into a bag and board, so I haven't even handled this at all. I'm not going to handle it. But yeah, I love this Alex Ross Dune cover. In fact, I don't even know what issue this is. Gotta look up Alex Ross Doom. All right, let's. I'm literally going through all my Alex. Oh, here we go. Marvels. Oh, that's not it. Oh. Maybe I didn't add it. Alex Ross Doom cover. Okay, so this book is a timeless variant on Guardians of the Galaxy #1. So let me just. I don't think I have this in. Oops. Yeah, I don't have. I haven't actually technically registered this book yet. So let me do that. All right, Guardians of the Galaxy #1. Some Marvel book. What volume is this? All right. When did it come out? Is it going to give me any of this information? No, it's not. I would love to get this book signed by Alex Ross. Right now, they're selling it raw, signed is $75. A signed sketch is $125. And it looks like the signed comics are all sold out. Interesting. All right, well, Alex, I'm looking on the Alex Ross site. It's not giving me much to work with here. eBay listing might give me some information here. No. Gonna have to look it up on Guardians of the Galaxy. Fandom. All right. I think this came out last year, so I'm gonna put 2023. There we go. Volume 7. All right, so we're on volume 7 of Guardians of the Galaxy #1. And let's see the variants here. Yeah, timeless variant is on there. So let's look at the specs here. Colin Kelly, Kev Walker. Colin Kelly, Kev Walker. And Alex Ross. Timeless variant. Dr. Doom. Okay. Future State Wonder Woman. I recently sold that book, so I'm going to delete it off this list. There we go. All right. Well, sorry about all the. I gotta put the stats in. Gotta put the stats in when they're up. Otherwise, we don't updating our collection as we should be. All right, well, that does it. Thanks for hanging out with me. We got through 10 more books. You know, this is just it's a slow labor of love grading all these books. Got some good news on this one. Not so good news on this one, though. Kind of disappointed with that one. Can't win them all. This one's pretty disappointing. Everything else is, pretty decent in terms of grade. I think, again, this isn't like, we're talking about 1983, 85 on these books, so got a little bit of it, years on them. For the most part, yeah, happy with the grades. They're all in the high grade range, minus a couple. So, not terribly disappointed. Yeah, we're getting a package soon. I just got a notification. It's in Utah at the moment. So this is it's set to arrive Wednesday. I'm thinking it'll get here possibly by Tuesday. But when it comes, we'll just unbox it. So it'll just be like a, one-off, one book mail call. And we'll unwrap it or unbox it and share what we got. It is a big book. I mean, nothing like, it's not like a great, I'll let you be the judge. It's a personal grail for me, but it's, I don't think it's a grail in anybody else's book. It's definitely, like a very highly regarded key for my collection. So I'm not going to give any more details outside of that, but it's worth a one book kind of showcase. If you're going to show off one book, I think this one falls into a category that's like, okay. What else? Yeah, I mean, for the most part, there's nothing. I think I'm gonna take the next month or so, kind of organizing stuff. Not really. I mean, I'll go to Half Price Books and hunt, but I've been hunting quite consistently, and as you can see, I'm not picking up much. I'll pick up maybe a book or two, but there's just half price books has been very slim pickings these days. And I'm being also more critical of what comes into the collection, just super hyper focused on the stuff I want to, like the runs I want to finish. Um, Even if I'm to finish this and some of the X-Men stuff, that's like, it's really not where I should be focused, because it's just going to add girth to the collection. Now, I was able to sell and add some room in the flow over box, but the more of these we pick up, the more we have to take out of my, and again, we've got 80 books to work with. So this summer is going to be, very different. Well, let's talk about the summer. So, I know I kind of shared my plans about the summer. We were hoping to go to Rose City Comic Con because we thought Jim Lee would be signing there. No announcement has been made. Jim's not coming to Rose City as of now. So there's not much to look forward to so far in the summer. So right now, as of now, I do plan to work part-time this summer, much like we did last summer. The difference being, last summer, everything I made through the part-time job was put towards comics. Like every dime I made, we spent on comics. And so we picked up a lot of nice books last year. But we're not going to do that this year. We're going to be a little bit more. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set aside about $1,000 of what I make for comics. The rest I'm going to, put in the bank account. So we've got about $1,000 budget. That won't all come in at well. I guess I could just divert like 500 from the first couple of my paychecks. In the first month, just put that 1,000 aside, and then everything that comes in, just leave it. But yeah, we'll have 1,000 to work with, which isn't a lot of money, but I have already one book in mind, which is here locally. I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want anybody sniping it and picking it up. So just know that there's a book on my radar here locally that a portion of that 1,000 will go to securing. And I'm really going to just have a focused wish list and try to pick those books up. I want to try to pick them up. So right now, I think, again, I'm going to have a wish list. I'm going to try to pick them up all locally. One of the books I might actually pick up through social media. It's a big one as well. So I potentially 2 books I could have as early as June, like mid-June. If everything works out as planned. And then if I get those 2 books, I'll have about $400 left for the summer, which isn't all bad because it'll just knock off 2 books that have been really big books. So that's not a bad thing. And I want to stay in that space. if we do go to comic book shops, I have maybe $50 just that I'll keep loose just to hunt, and we'll continue to pick up 50-cent books, quarter books, dollar books, and of that nature, but we're not going to go crazy there. In fact, I've been pretty disciplined about that. I have about 40 at the moment. I have about $44 that I've had for the last month, really. And I also have $11 credit at Destiny City. So we're kind of poised to pick up more stuff, but I'm going to kind of, again, it's March now. I've got about 3 more months till we start the summer job. And that's when we'll, I guess, start thinking about, I already have the 2 books in mind that I want to get, but we'll start thinking about, okay, the remaining 400, what are we going to pick up? Because I haven't even thought about stuff like that. I may pick up more Jim Lee stuff. I may pick up, I definitely want to pick up more like Superman and Neil Adams Superman, or just classic Silver Age Superman stuff. Golden Age, maybe a big Golden Age book would be nice. But we'll be in that arena of like keys, and of course we've continuing to want to add Transformers #1, G.I. Joe #1. Those were things on my target last summer that we weren't able to follow through on. So yeah, we've got some books to target, and we got a little bit of a budget to last us through the summer, but it's going to be slim pickings. And again, just really the $1,000 was reserved for that Jim Lee signing, which we're still hoping for. Hopefully there's some kind of announcement that he's coming to the Northwest. But if there's no Jim Lee signing, then the other thing we could do is CGC announces something, we could at least send in 2 or 3 books there to Jim Lee signing. I just would rather not do that. I feel like I'm throwing away money, but yeah, we'll see. It's something I would want to avoid at all costs. I want to just meet him and see a book signed. Yeah, even if CGC announces something, we're going to resist sending anything, because just think it's worth it to spend that extra money, get more signatures, and meet him in person. You don't need the slab. You don't need the greater slab there. Or the authentication, I should say. You don't need that. So, all right. Well, everybody have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.